Hi guys, it's me, Eora. Okay, so I'm going to have to turn the TV down and I'm going to have to put all these. I'm understanding why I have to do all this because this is for all my gay people. Now, I know that I'm not gay, but I have been with a girl before and I slept with one of my ex-best friends, I would say. We had sex together and that is my confession. We got drunk and freaking we lost our minds. We completely lost. I always thought she was attractive. She was one of the most beautiful girls that I had seen in high school, and her name is Jamie, and she I don't know. I thought she was really sexy, but I was not really into girls. I was not into girls at all. I was just really, I was infatuated by women. I think women are beautiful. I almost turned gay. I almost did. I thought I could do it, but it just wasn't there for me. Like, sex with girls is just not my thing. Like, I just love dick. Like, excuse my language, but I love penis. Like, it's like, because I tried it with her and she really opened my eyes to see that this is not what I needed. It wasn't like it wasn't bad. We had good sex, but it was drunk sex. Drunk sex is usually always good sex because you usually really horny and you always really so she really liked me though. She was gay, so she was bisexual actually. And I guess, she got mad at me for not wanting to be with her. She didn't say it verbally, but after we had sex, she just started to give me an attitude. Like, you know how girls do after they sleep with a guy or whatever. And if the guy is not showing up. And anyway, she was just showing emotions. And I knew that was a girl thing. Like, she liked me. That's why she was acting like that. But she was being rude. She was calling my daughter ugly and saying all sorts of things. I was like, what is your problem, girl? She had that good stuff on her. She had that holiness, that queen pussy. I shouldn't say that. Queen vagina. I need to be careful because the message is important. So I try not to curse or say certain things. So I'll say simple things. I don't want to get in trouble because I don't know this whole YouTube thing yet. I'm still new to it. But anyway, so she basically turned me out and took my gay virginity. She was the first gay girl, and God bless her for she really blessed me. She really did a good job. But the thing is, when we were basically vagina humping, and I was eating her out, and she ate me out, and it wasn't nasty. It didn't taste bad, but it's it just, I wanted to please her. Like, I wanted to make her feel good. So, also, it was just when you're drinking, you don't really think about the nasty stuff. It's what if her period, because if I was sober, I'd be like, oh, she's been on her period. I'm a girl. I've been on my period before. I know how nasty that could get. All the things I've seen, I don't want to eat that. You know what I mean? But when you're drunk, you don't think like that. And plus, she was clean. She was a beautiful, light-skinned little girl. I like light-skinned girls. I don't like girls, but gay, guys, more. If I was to be gay, I would prefer to be with a white girl, specifically because I'm just more attracted to their aura, and I'm more attracted to their gentleness. They're super sweet, and I'm a little abusive, so I don't know why I feel like we would fight, but it's terrible. I'm not abusive, but I feel it in me. I've never I've actually beat this one girl up before, and I'll tell you the story about it later because I got to do this song. But yeah, so we had sex, we went down on each other, and when we were humping and oh, it was so good, but it wasn't that good. It was good, but it wasn't with a guy, you know what I mean? We were drunk. When I'm sober, it's weird. When I'm sober and saying it, it's weird. Oh, it was so good. That's so disgusting. That's weird to me. But when you're drunk, you don't think like that, So it was a spirit that took over us, and it made us forget who we were. And I guess it was God giving us experience. And so from there, it was we completely went our separate ways. We talked later. We didn't stop talking, but she still had an attitude, sort of. And so from there on, oh yeah, as we were doing it, I was thinking in my head, damn, I need some dick. I need some dick up in here. I need some penis. Yeah, I need to say that. I need some penis. Like, I was thinking in my head, like, I need some penis, not like to be in there. Like, I needed the inside of my vagina to be massaged with a penis. And so that always confuses me. Like, how are you gay and you use a dildo? You like penises. You have to, because if you don't, you like dick. If you don't like it, it's like, why are you using a dildo then? You know what I mean? You need it. It's because it's needed. The vagina needs dick. This is why the vagina was made with a dick was made for vagina was made for dick. That's why gay people have to use a dildo on their girlfriend, because the vagina needs to be penetrated. It needs to be massaged on the inside in order for that vagina to stay relaxed and stay open. It needs to be beat down. The walls need to break down because it needs to stay open. That vagina will close. It will close. I mean, it's created in a way that it won't close, but it will. I felt like it would. Like it would. Those muscles will get tight, and you need to keep those muscles open. So once you get like a certain age, like at least 16 or something, or if you're like a younger person, you like use a dildo, like seriously, because it's like a lot of girls like. I'm not like don't go having sex. I don't know if I'm encouraging this, but it might sound wrong, but some young girls are more mature. Like, they're probably like 8 years old. Some girls were raped, you know what I mean, at 8 years old, and they were all raped at 3 years old. Like, and so their bodies need like sex. And so they go out and they lie about their age, and they end up being with older men, and they get these older men in trouble when they lie about their age. And it's like you can't be lying about your age, like, you know what I mean? So these young girls need to be instructed, like, use a dildo, like, you know what I mean? Use a dildo, but do not go dating these guys. Like, I know you horny and you younger and these things are going on, but the crazy thing is sex toys are for only 18 and up. And I might get in trouble for making it seem like I'm encouraging young kids to use these things, but people don't understand that they're young kids that have been exposed to sex at a very young age, and now their bodies need sex, you know what I mean? And now their bodies, and then another thing is that their bodies, when I was going through hearing the voices in my head, I was feeling my throat, this center part was closing. I rebuke it. And then my vagina felt like it was getting closed. And it was like I had to keep a tampon in there to keep it open. So I'm thinking, like, if you're a kid, or not a kid, but if you were younger, I think when you were like a certain age, because it didn't happen when I was younger. I didn't get raped when I was younger, when I was a baby, but I did used to, like, I started masturbating when I was probably 15 years old. I discovered my body. So when you're young, you don't feel aroused sexually. Like, your body doesn't really feel the sexual arousal. And I think, like, at 8 years old, you don't feel it. But when you get raped, I think it awakens their body. I think this, and if you were younger, or if you were raped at a young age, please tell me if this is true. Like, I want to know more about what happens to you. Like, so we can help these girls. Like, maybe you have to go with an adult. Maybe there could be an adult that can educate these girls without being afraid. Like, look, this is what you need to do. You need to get a dildo, and you need to massage your vagina with a dildo, so that you can keep your vagina penetrated, so you can keep that hole open, so you can feel that hole relaxed. So, because these teenagers don't know what to do with their bodies. You don't need to go to a guy, not at that age. You know what I mean? It's good to have a boyfriend. It's nice to have a boyfriend, but when you're young and you have a boyfriend, it's so confusing. Like, that's probably why I didn't really have one. Like, I had these guys, like, a lot of guys wanted to date me when I was younger. Like, even when I was 9 years old, my stepdad hit on me, and it was like completely like weird. Like, and then my brother, my sister's boyfriend, I was like probably 11. My sister's boyfriend would hit on me, and he was like probably like 30 years old, 29 years old, you know what I mean? And I was like 11, and he almost tried to make a pass at me, and I saw that, and I was like, what? And I just ignored it. I never told my sister that, because I didn't want them to think I was lying, they wouldn't believe me. And it's so sad, because it's like, I feel bad, because it's like, it hurts my feelings, because it's like you don't know what to do when older men are trying to hit on you, and you don't like it. Like, you don't like it, because it's like they're not supposed to be doing that. Like me, I don't know if they raised me that way, but I know, like, if a guy is older than me, or is my sister's boyfriend. Okay, so I think I was thinking it's my sister, so I'm trying to channel my younger self. I just don't think older guys are supposed to be hitting on young girls. And a lot of older guys, it wasn't that many older guys that hit on me when I was younger. But I had a few when I was like 16. And actually, they were hitting on me, but in my neighborhood, they were more quiet. Like, I didn't get raped until I was actually 20 something years old. So, no. I did get raped when I was 16, actually. That's when I lost my virginity. It wasn't necessarily a rape, because... Oh my God, this needs to be turned off. It wasn't necessarily a rape, because the guy was my boyfriend. And I had a boyfriend who was 20 years old. I was 16. I was underage. He knew I was 16. I didn't lie about my age. I think I told him I was 17. No, he knew I was 16. He had to have known, but he didn't care. But he was really cute. He was a Mexican guy. So when Trump says these Mexican guys are pedophiles, no, he was probably fucking right. And I'm not saying all of them are that way, but a lot of them, I'm thinking they are. You got to watch out for them, because I see them and I hear them. But I'm not saying no. I'm not saying all Mexicans like this, but these Mexican guys need to be caught up for real. Like, what's up? Because he was Mexican. His name was Beto. And he waited for me outside, and it was like he didn't know I was gonna come outside. He didn't even know I was inside, because how would he have known? I had skipped school. I didn't skip school, but I got suspended from school, and so I was home alone. My mother, the woman that gave birth to me, was in California with my other sister. And so my sister was raising me, but she was in school. She was at work. So I was home alone. And so I went outside to throw out the trash. I hadn't even taken a shower or anything. And that 20-year-old that was my boyfriend, he saw me taking out the trash. He said, oh, hey. And I was like, hey, babe. And I was like, we had never had sex, but we used to make out all the time in his apartment. He had never hit on me before. But he saw me. I think I was wearing a skirt or something and some Air Force Ones. I was looking fresh and clean. And he was like, So he was like, hey, so we flirted with each other. So he was like, can I come upstairs or something? And I was like, sure, nobody's home, because it's my boyfriend, right? So I don't know if I told him no, I'm not sure. But I came upstairs and we made out. And then he tried to have sex with me. And I knew I wasn't ready. But I couldn't say no to him because he was my boyfriend. I was thinking, I don't know, I've never done this before, I hadn't even showered. I didn't plan. I was smelling. I didn't plan to have sex. So it was rape, because when he was on top of me, I was pushing him off. I was telling him, no, stop. Like, I was laying on the bed. We had bunk beds, and he was on top of me. And so I was telling him to stop because it was hurting me. And he just kept pushing himself inside. And I was like, no, stop. And I kept like going like this with my leg. And then I didn't fight. And he just he busted. He put his condom on, and he came inside the condom. And I was bleeding. And he took my virginity. And he didn't ask me. It wasn't nice. It wasn't fun. And I prayed, and he told me, you should take a shower or something. And it hurt my feelings because I knew I wasn't ready. And I was like, I know. And I'm making this I was like, you should I was like, you should, he was like, you should take a shower. And I was like, yeah, I know. And he was like, I was like, I know I wasn't ready for you to come over. I didn't expect you to come to my house. I didn't expect anybody to be here. I had just woken up and I was just going to throw out the trash. It wasn't like I was just dirty or something. And so even if there are times where I've been like that, and I just couldn't take a shower, and because I was going through something. But at the time I wasn't going through anything. I was just basically like, I had literally just woken up. I should have showered that. But anyways, I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed that he smelled me. I was so embarrassed that he felt that way. Even if I liked him, I was like, it turned me off. I didn't want to see him again. I was embarrassed that he took my virginity. I didn't like that he took my virginity. I cried and I just said, God, please let him never come back to me. Let him never come back. I don't want him to tell the world how I smelled or try to humiliate me. I don't want him to take my virginity. I don't want to have sex with him again. I was raped. It was rape. It was rape because if a girl says no to sex, you have to be man enough to be like, are you sure you want this? You have to ask the girl, do you want to do this? You have to ask the girl, like, you have to be able to, if the girl is pushing you off, it means you need to stop. It doesn't mean keep going. That pushing you off doesn't mean keep on going. If it feels good, you're going to say keep on going. If it doesn't feel good, you're going to push them away. So he raped me. And so that was the first rape. I did get raped at 16. I can't believe that. And a lot of girls get raped and they don't realize that they're being raped because they're too nice. I was too nice. I didn't want to be mean to him, Anyways, that happened to me and I wanted to share that, and it hurt my feelings. And so guys, you used to have to, like, when you are horny, people can sense that. They can smell your sex. And so guys, they smell that. They sense that about you and they want you more. They want to release that about you. And so I had that all around me all the time. And so guys were always around, like, they're always humping on me. You know what I mean? Because I turned them on with my energy, and it always made me a victim to them, and it made me feel like I had to give myself to them. Anyways, I don't know if this video is going to last longer than 17 minutes, so I'm going to try to send it to 17 minutes. This is a challenge that I'm doing. So if you feel like this video is offensive to children, I'm not trying to teach children the wrong thing, but I'm trying to educate children as well that have been through abusive situations and their bodies are awakened at an early age, what they need to do rather than going out to look for men, because these men are dangerous and you don't need to get pregnant at a young age. You're not ready for a child at a young age. You're not. It's hard to be a child and raise a child. So I'll tell you more about that in a few minutes. I just want to cry because it's so sad. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you guys soon about more of this video. I try to be strong and not cry, but it breaks my heart because I put myself in a situation of how hard it is to be a child and raise a child, because you're so playful and you're still a kid. Like, you still like playing, and you and then your kid wants to play too, and then you like, I'm dancing in the mirror because I'm having fun with myself, and my baby is watching me dancing sexy in the mirror. I'm not dancing for her, I'm dancing for myself. And then all of a sudden I see my baby doing these things too, and I'm like, babe, like, what are you doing? Don't do that, And it's like I'm contradicting myself because I'm like, where's she learning this from? And then I'm like, I do this in the mirror, like, she's getting this stuff from me, and children watch you, you gotta like be careful. So it's important to put your kids away. If you are a child raising a child, just don't do those things, and it's hard to say, or just put your child up for adoption. My child is adopted now. God took my child from me for a reason, because I was just a child, and I was an abused child at that, and I had problems that I needed to deal with, which were not like in a bad way, but like, anyways, I'll explain the rest of this later. You guys please subscribe, and I gotta check out this channel.